Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fly Ones. You're watching episode number 2 of the show where we bring in the best and brightest minds from the crypto gaming space, have them play an old school arcade game with a new age twist, while bombarding them with questions along the way. For our second episode, we have the second half of the BattleFly Brain Trust joining us, Mr. John Curci, and representing the BattleFly Goon Squad, we have Kirkland Signature. Today we'll be asking John 10 questions as he tries to navigate BattleFly Racer. Alright, let's start it up.
Hopla, let's
All right,
go.
first question. We'll start pretty easy. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What did you do before BattleFly, and then what do you do within BattleFly currently?
Wow. That's that's more hard than it looks. So before BattleFly, I did quite a few things, but I'm a board game designer, RPG writer, author, and entrepreneur as well. And I will die. I don't want to die. And within BattleFly, I am avoiding meteor balls of death. I am creative director. So I'm overlooking all the 2D, 3D sound and also game design of the game and the lore. So lots of all the fun stuff.
That's awesome. Are
That
there
is-
any anything in
Yeah.
the traditional tabletop world that you worked on that we might be familiar with? Ooh,
Ooh,
Kirkland goes down early.
I am doing. Sorry. Apologies, my gargles. It's so hard to survive and speak. I understand the whole point of the show now. Suddenly, I will die. No. So I 800 points.
That was a
only.
good run.
Best reactions ever.
All right, let's cue up the second race here. What was your first experience like with crypto or like crypto gaming as a whole?
I launch.
Yep, you can launch.
Okay, boom. Let's go.
What was your first experience with like crypto as a whole, and then what got you into the Magic ecosystem?
Oh, I started crypto in 2017, and like many at the time, I dropped the ball with a crisis, and it was my crisis, and that is game over. I knew I should not go this way.
That was rough.
That is death. I have 12 life left. So yes, dropped the ball when there was a 2018, then came back, and yeah, I started doing some training online, like to courses to understand how is smart contract and so on. And then I found the Medium article, the famous now Medium article of October by John Pattern that describes the vision of the space, and that was really enchanting. So I started like many by good rugs on OpenSea on stupid collections, and then I found the light in the end of the tunnel with magic ecosystem.
That's awesome. Do you remember what your first big rug was?
Oh my god, there was quite a few.
It's brutal when you're first starting out. Everything looks so appealing.
Yeah, exactly. Everything was so appealing. I was very happy. I was quite kind of lucky for my first mint. It was Dungeon Maps, which is a really exciting nerd project that is still actually ongoing. The devs are doing something, but like, I mean, they minted like in November, and in June there's still no game because making a game is very long and difficult. And but they have good progress, so I'm very happy with my first mint. I was lucky. And it's kind of old school Dungeons and Dragons vibes, something I love.
All right, let's start them up. Question number 3 here. So on the last episode, we got to hear a little bit from Ben about butterflies and on his Australian farm inspiring him. How did the world of BattleFly come together from your perspective, and what were some of the inspirations for the art and the gameplay?
Okay, so yeah, when Ben came with this idea of killer robots, I was at
Oh, dang! Early
no.
death.
Immediately died.
Yeah,
How many points?
you
How
can feel
many
the
points?
excitement there
200.
as he's telling the story, and then just crash.
Exactly, yes. I'm a storyteller, so suddenly I get excited. Gyro blade in my face. Gyro blade.
Oh, gyro blades. They're the worst.
Gyro blade. So I get to no, I'm finished, right? I cannot finish my story because I died, correct?
No, you can keep
Yeah,
going
keep going.
while Kirkland's still
Okay.
alive. Kirkland's still
I'm taking
alive. You
down.
can
I'm
tell us.
taking down J Rock's score right now. It's happening.
So I'm
can
a
feel it.
big I'm a big science fiction fan, and the creativity is bred by limits, by constraints. So at first I was like, oh, BattleFly is not. And then I was like, oh my god, I got so many ideas. So especially because it's a kind of post-apocalyptic setting, right? It's a science fiction setting where BattleFly is the only thing remaining. So you have this robot BattleFly everywhere flying around, and this over controlling IA that try to dominate the what is left of the network. So I loved building on it. Among the inspirations, I mean, a lot of science fiction from IA, or I pronounce that badly in English probably, artificial intelligence, to a Blade Runner,
Flip
to
it,
Dude,
it's AI.
Kirkland's cruising right now.
AI, yeah. There's a lot of inspiration. I mean, if you look at the black papers, it's over almost 60 pages, where each artificial intelligence has a few clear inspirations. So you could see all your favorite science fiction movie represented here.
That's awesome. This right here, Kirkland. Now that's good flying. He's at 1500,
Good
still
flying.
cruising. I noticed on the gyro blades before, I felt like I could always go on the left side, but I felt like on this course today, I'm like hanging out on the right side. I don't know why. Just cruising
gyro
up the left
blades are
side
killers.
right
Oh, you said cruise on the left. I decided to get a throw an audible. I should have
Oh,
stayed.
dang.
Dang.
Down he goes. Down he goes.
Oh,
All right,
hurts.
let's jump right into question 4.
Okay, I start. Yeah.
Building a Web3 game here. What were some of your favorite video games or even tabletop games you played growing up?
Ooh, that's I used to have and to maintain a long list of top 10 games, but to relate it,
200 again, man.
well, I think with my old age, I'm a monotask person. You know, I can do one thing or another, but not both at the same time. I think with 200 points again, that is a clear proof of of this. Uh, so I mean, I love a lot of games, but I mean the inspiration of BattleFly, there is clearly like the vintage Space Harrier 2, which I went with my son to an arcade game, an arcade station, like to play 2 weeks ago, and Afterburner, of course, and then in a more recent Star Fox on Super Nintendo, and then Star Fox 2 that now is available on the Pocket Super Nintendo, and then Rez. So I always like this first person, or like this kind of endless racer in 3D, because it's visceral. It puts you in the skin. It's short and it's in your face, and I really like this quality in arcade game. Of course, I love to play Civilization 6 for 10 hours, but I also like this kind
Dude,
of short.
those
rundown
civilization sessions can be brutal.
Yeah, exactly, and I like Hearts of Iron 4 as well, like World War II grand strategy game. But these days, I mean, I have less and less time to play this. But there's always 5 minutes, or in my case, 10 seconds for an arcade game.
Yeah, I mean, once you get to 1500, like Kirkland's at right now, it's a little bit more than 10 seconds. But that's been the addicting thing with Racer so far, is like you can feel your progression almost like an old school. Oh, down he goes, almost like an old school arcade game where like you were saving money by the better you got in the game because you got more gameplay based on your skill.
Yeah, I was afraid that on streaming, adding the stress of playing publicly and questions and speaking and being understood will be resulting in terrible scores. I think my fear were justified. I am incapable to play publicly.
Hey,
but let's try again.
His top score is only 741, so you still have a chance at the top spot on the guest leaderboard.
I did 800 previously on this stream, so I
Oh,
already beat them.
easy in first place.
I got 850 something.
All right, let's jump into the next question. Question number 5.
Okay, I start.
What do you think are some of the best way to reward players in the current Web3 play to earn or skill to earn environment? And how do you keep these players coming back for more?
Yeah, I think you say the right word. As I play to earn, many people now speak of the limit of play to earn, and I'm sure all of us have experienced this. I mean, the token craze, and you just stack a token and nothing happens. So I believe more and more in second part, skill to earn, and play to own as well. Like you're having an experience and oh no, oh the hitbox.
Oh, me too. Me
Kirkland
too.
right after.
We had a meeting. Just so you know, the devs are doing something. We had a meeting yesterday about the hitbox, and the hitbox should be a little bit smaller. Like the hitbox, you have two hitbox in the game. One hitbox is a body hitbox, is what kills you. The wings are not killing you, but the wings have another hitbox which allow you to connect to collect nectar and to activate a close call bonus. We don't see
Jean,
it much because they keep on dying.
Jean, all I'm hearing is excuses right now, man. That's all I'm hearing.
No, it's not excuse, but just so you know, the hitbox will be improved. So this what happened right now with the collision was too finicky. That will change. I'm telling you, this week.
Yeah, we'll see if your skill and your points increase too with it. All right,
Probably.
Let's fire it up. Question number 6 here. So you were saying earlier you're a big sci-fi buff. What were some of like your personal like favorite books or like favorite movies that you grew up with, and like what were some of the direct inspirations in the BattleFly lore?
Oh, that's more tricky than it looks because I used to read a lot of hard science fiction, and for example, I really like Vernon Ridge, but I read in French, especially hard science fiction like 1,500 pages book. It's something that I still don't do in English because it's just like forever. So the death,
Oh,
the
smashed.
inevitable death. So I'm telling you books in English. In terms of writer Brian Valdis, I really liked him. Vernon Vringe, and what I did for 10 years, simple. I just pick up the winner of the Nebula Award and the Hugo Award, especially if they have both. This is the biggest science fiction award in for writing, and I read them all simply year by year. So yes, that's my methodology to select science fiction books. I don't go on list online. I just take the Hugo and the Nebula, and and yeah, read them.
That's awesome. It makes you like a historian of science fiction almost year by year of who won the awards and kind of what were like the themes from it.
And I mean, some people can argue, and some of the start. I mean, the Huguenots start to have a little bit power and so. But honestly, for me, in the 80s and 90s, I do not remember a single book I read who got both awards, and that was not amazing. So yeah, I love Nathanson as so yeah, big, and I put a lot of Easter eggs in BattleFly. I think some Easter eggs are so hidden that just a few people will find them, but it's okay.
That's awesome.
They will smile.
Kirkland's at what 1,500, 1,600 right now. I think he's gone
right now.
He's gone
I'm
silent.
going Big Dog
There
Wolf.
he
I
is.
have to.
Yeah.
I want to apologize to all the viewers for the terrible runs I'm proposing. It's not very entertaining.
Here.
I hope my replies are at least a little bit entertaining.
Jean, you need to start asking Kirkland some questions right here to get in his head. He's at 2,000.
Yeah, try me.
What is your favorite science fiction book, Kirkland?
I don't actually read science fiction, John. I think Dune was probably the last science fiction book. Oh, come on!
Instantly, there we go.
You see?
I was so close. Right in the sweaty, right in a big red ball right in the chin.
Let's talk a little more world building. Let's jump into question number 7 here. You guys can start them up.
Okay, let's start.
So, I know you touched on a little bit earlier with your work in D&D. I'm curious, like, what's it been like, kind of seeing like the resurgence of like Dungeons and Dragons almost, especially instantly dead before you can answer, especially through like the success of Stranger Things, and what other like world building have you done like in that universe?
Oh, yeah, I mean the resurgence of D&D is amazing. I think I am old enough to remember the time where D&D player were Satanist people, and there were their suicidal tendencies and others, and so on. Like in the 80s, there was a witch hunt, and it's great to see now the explosion of nerd culture and how much it's trendy, and it's really amazing and a loving feeling for all this. I think for most of the 40 plus. People around here. So I wrote scenario of D&D since very since like 35 years ago. And at first, some of them were published in fanzines or they were used for RPG conventions. So yeah, that's how I start my world building stories. Basically, writing for Forgotten Realms, writing for established worlds, and then quickly enough starting to work on my own world, my own universe, and yes, that's the one. I will do a Kickstarter about it next year. So I'm almost finished. It's like 600 pages, 3 books. I'm
Oh my
very
goodness.
happy, very proud of this. I've
That's
been
awesome.
working on this with my team for like 5 years. So that is my big world building baby. So we'll know more about it in a few months when it's fully finished.
Ooh, the gyro blades. That's
The
awesome.
gyro
That's cool.
blades got
I'm
me.
excited to see more about that. Off of the D&D talk, you guys can start the next race. I'm a huge nerd myself, comics, collectibles, things like that. What's it been like working with the team to bring a BattleFly comic to life as you kind of go through like the different panels and seeing that world take place in a different
Wow.
art form?
That was an amazing experience. Well, I've been very lucky to have a team of very devoted bards, super creative, and actually quite talented. So our bards, sorry, they are the writers. So we have like a team of four people, and we collaborate with Chris, which has a small comic book company. So working on the scenario, working on the art, working on the script. So it's been very exciting experience, especially because myself, I'm a big comic book buff as well, or more actually. No, it's deaf. Graphic novels.
You beat me. I got a 111.
600. So big graphic novel fan
solid.
as well. So yeah, it's a teamwork between a comic book company, team of writers, and making sure we have an exciting story. I think the first issue is already finished, so I'm looking forward to the feedback when people get their hands on it.
All right, let's jump into question 9 here. Pretty easy question. You can start with the race. What's something that you're most looking forward to with BattleFly in the near future?
Hopla. I love these wings, these treasure wings. It's really
Those are beautiful.
Yeah. So looking forward, for the players to get their hands on BattleFly battle game. So I mean, we're working on it for such a long time, and making a lot of improvements and lots of changes as well. And yeah, I'm excited for people to hit the combat system and gear up their BattleFly with loot and stuff and discover combo and break the game. So yeah. Oh no, the giant balls of death. Yeah.
Those were getting me earlier. The wind combo with those is deadly.
Yeah, it's not great. It's significantly more difficult with the wind. Can the devs do something, by the way?
The devs are trying to do.
Can we go back to the purple tunnel where it was super easy and I was scoring 4,000 on a regular basis?
The purple tunnel. So you see, I did. That's my highest 800.
834s. That's not bad. That's not bad. I was struggling to break 1,000 like for a few nights in a row, and now I think I can get to like 1,600, maybe my tops.
I did like yesterday, the day before, but like today I'm incapable. I don't know what happened, and it's 12 p.m. now in Korea, so it's fresh. I cannot say I'm tired or anything. No, I have no excuses.
I think that's where you just start to blame the devs.
You just blame the devs. It's definitely the devs' fault.
No, but like speaking of like the gyro blade, for example, just finished the new obstacle, so it will be better, more visible. It will be improved.
Speaking of gyro.
Gyro bladed in the face.
Yeah, the model for the meteor balls has been finished as well. Will be implemented soon. So there's lots of improvement coming in the coming days visually.
Awesome. Can't wait.
Okay.
All right. Final question. And it's not even a question. So start up the race. And we give you as long as you can make it. your final platform, whatever you want to talk about. The floor is yours.
Oh, the floor is mine. I can sing. No, I will not sing for your sake of your ears. No, but that's amazing to for this opportunity. That's first time I do I do streaming. So no, I can see it's not an easy thing, and that's the end of the floor because I died again.
Oh man.
Thank you everybody everybody who listened to this, to my rambling. I'm sorry if I shout out of excitement. I hope you enjoy the game as much as we enjoy designing it and creating it. And yeah, see you very soon on the BattleFly Arena.
No, Jean, that was awesome. Thank you for joining us. And you beat Ben. He wanted us to wrap the series so he'd end at number 1 forever. So thank you for joining us for this. It was a lot of fun. You are now number 1 on our guest leaderboard. Kirkland, you had some awesome runs tonight. You'll be back representing the Goon Squad in more episodes. We'll see if anyone can ever take you or J-Rock or Big Dog down. But thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you. Have a good day. Have a good night. Bye-bye.